Engine 20. Jeff. Main. 5809. West Howard Drive. Engine 20. Jeff. Main. 5809. West Howard Drive. Cross Street, First Lane, and New Road. Contact Channel 2. Timeout. 1856. Engine 2, Low 5. Risk 5th. 650. Northern Apartment 36. Priority 3. Engine 2, Low 5. Risk 5th. 650. Workman Center Parkway. Apartment 36. Supplies Washington Center. Cross Street, Midlothian Turnpike. Fire District 5. Priority 3. Time 1857.
Bellevue Avenue coming over from the alarm company. RPM by the stove. Not ready yet.
This is KB2 OYI. Call the Richmond Amateur Telecommunications Society Net. Call them the Wednesday Night Rats Net. Want to welcome everyone back to the Rats Net, which we do Wednesday night, 7 p.m. on the 442.550 repeater. This repeater uses a positive offset and a 7404 PL tone. My name is Rob, Romeo Oscar Bravo, and my call sign is Kilo Bravo 2 Oscar Yankee India. That is KB2OYI, and I'll be your net control operator for this evening's net. But before we get things started, is there any stations on frequency having any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. Nothing heard. If anytime anyone does have any emergency traffic, just please call break and it will yield for your traffic. Once again, folks, we'll meet here Wednesday nights and encourage check-ins regardless of your location, affiliation, or your license class. Being a licensed ham operator within repeater range does help out a lot. The purpose of this net is general fellowship within the local amateur radio community, bring awareness to any radio events happening in the area, as well as anything Rat Club specific. We would like to remind you that should you have any questions related to ham radio, you can always ask them during your comments, and perhaps someone on the net knows the answer. You can also email helpdesk@rats.net, and your message will be sent to the Rats Elvis Group, which will respond and find you the help you need. You do not need to be a member of Rats to use this service, and that email, once again, is helpdesk@rats.net. I was thinking of a topic for tonight's net and couldn't come up with anything, so the topic tonight is, why do you choose to take time out of your Wednesday night, Thursday night, maybe it's a Friday night, why do you check into nets? That is the topic of the night. Why do you check into nets? Alright, when checking in, please give your call sign and first name. Slowly and phonetically helps me out even more. Please state if you have any announcements of traffic for the net. Traffic was handled first, then informal comments after that. Let's get this list filled up with many, many call signs. Let's start with the mobile and portable folks first. Mobile portable stations wishing to check in, please call now.
This is Kilo Delta 4 India Romeo Bravo. I guess Hanover, no traffic.
Kilo Oscar 4 Uniform Oscar Romeo Portable. Stop.
Recognizes IRB and UOR. Let's expand this a little bit. This is KB2 OYI with the RASNet looking for general check-ins. Wishing to get them. If you're out there, please call now. Kilo 4 Sierra Hotel Oscar Andrew Midlothian. No traffic.
This is Whiskey 4 Whiskey India Delta. This is Yogi, in and out, no traffic. Sounds good enough.
This is Kilo Romeo 4 Bravo Alpha Kilo Owen from Louisa. I'm going to be doing the in and out this evening, no traffic. This is Kilo Mike 4 Lima Mike Oscar Ben in Mannequin Savage, Virginia. No traffic, and I'll be in and out. This is
Kilo Oscar 4, Victor Echo Mike Davis.
This is Kilo Oscar 4 Alpha X-Ray Alpha Connor in Louisa, no traffic, and I'll be in and out.
This is Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Juliet Uniform Bill Verana. No traffic. This is Alpha India 4 Romeo November East and North Chesterfield. No traffic.
Start with the in and out stations, recognizing W4WID, KR4BAK, KM4LMO, and KR4AXA. All in and out. Thank you for dropping in. Have a great night, gentlemen. Additional stations recognize SHO, BEM, AJU, and RN. One more time, this is KB2 OYI with the RASNet. Looking for any check-ins, wishing to join us. Please call now.
AI4 ECY.
Medic 211, side case, 5401, Jessup Road.
Got 4ECY also recognized. Everyone stand by. We're going to go ahead and start the top. And again, my last minute topic for the net, if you want to comment on that, is why do you check into net? Alright, let's start with our buddy Mike, KD4IRB. Mike, good to hear you tonight. What you got going on?
This is KD4IRB. Good afternoon, Rob. Good afternoon, everybody on the net. Well, not much I could report in here in Hanover. It's raining all day, off and on. And if it's not a little bit heavy, it's just drizzling. Temperature is not that great. So, that's not that great for my arthritis, but I am surviving. I don't have really big project, other than try to retune my 2 meter and 70 centimeter antenna. And I switch my handheld unit to the outside antenna. And I am picking up a lot of noise. I don't have that noise before, but it looks like something is still not right. Otherwise, I am doing fine. There's not much I could report. But the reason I really like to check in, first of all, support the net operation. Secondly, I like to know what's going on in amateur radio operation. Either the 2 meter or 70 centimeter or any of the other band. And I like to hear from some old folks, which I really not met, but I only met them on the radio. And just like to know they still around. KD4IRB.
All right, Mike. Well, it is good to hear you pretty much every week. Usually batting leadoff for us, and it is good to have a good group of regulars who are your ham radio buddies. Sure, a good percentage of us probably have never met in person or have only met a handful of times, either at a tailgate sale or a field day or something like that. But it is good coming together once a week, sometimes twice a week if you check into multiple nets. And it is good to let people know you are still around. I will definitely agree with that, although I'm sure some out there don't really need me around. But good hearing you as always. We'll clear with you. Let's go to one of the most active ham radio guys I know, Mr. Scott, KO4UOR. Scott, your comments for the net, guys, sir.
Good evening, Rob, and everyone on the net. Scott, KO4UOR, Western Ham Radio, loud and clear. Well, I check into nets because they're fun. They're fun to check into, they're fun to run, and it is a great way to kind of keep up with what's going on in the community. And, So thank you for running this net. I will be net control tomorrow for the Metro Richmond Aries net. So, anyway, 73 everyone, KO4UOR, back to net control.
Scott, well, hey, you do a great job running both the Aries net when it's your turn and with the program of the Simplex net you got running there. And you also let the cat out of the bag, man. Not only is checking into nets fun, but running nets is fun too. So, again, this net as well as the Aries net, I'm sure are always open to getting some new net control operators involved, should you be interested. And I know I should speak more smartly to this net. So if anytime anyone wants to dip their toes in the water of being a net control operator, maybe get you in a rotation, maybe just be a fill-in every once in a while, go ahead and shoot an email to board@rats.net, or you could email me directly. My email address is on QRZ, or just call out on the repeater sometime on the weekend. I'm probably going to answer. I'm not a hard guy to find, as a lot of you know. All right, we will clear with Scott. Next on our list, another guy knows something about running nets. KK4SHO, Andrew, your comments on the net, guys, sir.
Good evening, everyone. This is KK4SHO, and speaking of nets, we have the net coming up right after this one. If you have digital DMR capability on the Southwest Virginia DMR talk group on the DMR repeater that W4RAT group has as well. And I certainly want to give a shout out to the technical committee for keeping the repeaters on the air, and trustees, all that good stuff. As for why I do nets or volunteer to join in on that, is for friendship and fellowship of fellow amateur radio operators. Like many have said before, keep up with what's going on in the amateur radio community and get that friendship and fellowship going. You never know who you might hear that's the new ham or etc. So that's why I do it. Hope everybody's doing well on this cloudy, rainy day, and finish out the week and see what else happens. This is KK4SHO back in that.
All right, Angela, you brought up a good point. You know, these weekly nets are kind of a good barometer. I guess I'll use the term barometer. That sounds like it'll fit. To gauge, I guess, the overall health of ham radio in our local area. You know, we always get a good amount of new call signs sprinkled in, which is good. And so that's a way for all of us to hear growth and expansion of a hobby. Anytime we hear KQ4 call signs or the KR4 call signs that we're hearing now. So, yeah, another good reason to come out and participate in your favorite local net, whatever that net may be. Not saying it's this one, whatever net. Probably whatever net you're checking to that day is your favorite net. So. All right, this is KB2OI with the rest of that. Next we have our buddy David, KO4VEM. David, your comments on the net, guys, sir.
Good evening, Rob, and everyone on the net. Yeah, I'm Dave William, and I've got everybody very clear signal tonight. It sounds really good. I think I have to agree with some of the comments made earlier that it is just a lot of fun. And but something else that I have found, at least for me, is you hear the same folks every week on there, and it's like you make a connection with them. You don't even have to hear the call sign. All you hear is their name, and you know who it is. And you feel like you've developed friends here, even if it's just on the radio. And then when we get together at activities periodically, you know, you put the faces with the names, and you just feel connected in a lot of ways to quite a few people. So I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun for me, and like I said, I really feel connected. And that's about all I have. Thanks again for doing such a great job on the net tonight, Rob. This is KO4VEM. Turn it back over to Net Control.
David, I agree with you 100% there. You know, I think camaraderie and connection, you know, even though it's not in person, I think the next best thing is verbal between folks. Definitely much better than reading an email or text because there's no tone, no emotion in it really, unless people are really stupid with capitalization and exclamations, and then even though you don't even know how to read into that. So, like I said, the next best thing from the old-fashioned eyeball QSO is, again, to get out and verbally communicate with folks. You know, locking yourself in your living room, staring at the wall, not really healthy for people, in my opinion, but what do I know? All right, this is KB2OI with the Rats Event. All the stations we have recognized so far, please stand by. Let's go do another call, see if anyone has joined us. Anyone wishing to check into that young list, please call now. Nothing heard, so it progresses. I think this is the first Wednesday of the month, so the Rats board meeting's going on, so that takes away a handful of folks who normally check in, but I'm sure they are, you know, doing what they got to do, talking about some important stuff, maybe talking about me, I don't know. But so that's probably where Wayne and Bill and folks like that are this evening. But all right, let's pick up where we left off. Let's go to fellow Varina area ham radio operator, Mr. Bill, KR4AJU. Bill, your comments. Go ahead.
KB2OI, KR4AJU. Rob, good evening, everybody. The next good evening. I agree with everybody. I mean, this is the time that I get to hear other people talking and kind of connect, like it was said before, it was mentioned before. Even though we might have not met in person. I mean, you do put a character with the call sign, and some of the time you even click with the person without knowing the person. So, again, also, you get the chance to pick somebody else's brain, listen to what they got to say, and learn, especially all new hams. They got ways to go on this hobby. So it's good practice and good information also most of the time. And I get good time to spend with some peeps around the area. So that's all I got. Other than that, just put a little bit of NyQuil probably, and Dayquil will fix me, hopefully. So I'll say 73 to everybody. Back to you, Rob.
Well, good to hear you as always, and hopefully that NyQuil helps you get a good night's sleep, and you're able to kick whatever, maybe it's just allergies, all the rain and stuff, everything wet out there. But hopefully you're back up and at 'em pretty soon, and we'll catch you again down the line. All right, next on our list is Keith, AI4RN. Your comments for the next guy, sir.
Good evening, Rob, and everyone on the net. I guess I would have to say I have a couple of reasons why I get on the net whenever I can. One is I like to have a connection like some other people that seem pretty new. Trying to get some connections with people. I think the other thing is also because I'm new in radio, I have a lot to learn. I generally pick up something on the net, some other information that's helpful to me. So it helps me develop myself in the hobby, and I get more enjoyment out of it. So that's all I have to say. 73 to everybody. CI4RN. Back to next time.
Hi, Keith. Well, again, those are all things we definitely all agree with, and like always, we appreciate your participation. It's good to hear you every week out there. And last on the list for right now, so we get some more participants, we have KI4ECY, and the net is now over to you. Your comments, go ahead, sir.
Well, good evening. So glad to check in. Hope all is well with you. I'm checking in the nets because you get a lot of good information, sometimes local, sometimes you get information about events going on, and some you get information about new products, new items, things to check out. And there's just also there's that sense of camaraderie. I just have some nets that I check in regularly because I must feel like a bond with people there. Anyway, I'm not going to hold it. Keep up the good work. This is Carla, KI4ECY, Richmond, Beckton.
All right, Carlos. Well, hey, we appreciate having you. Hope you're doing well. Again, all things that we definitely echo out there with you. And again, it's always great to have you on the list for sure. All right, well, that was the end of the list, so let's do another call. This is KP2OYI with the Rat Set, looking for any additional check-ins if you're out there. Please call now. All right, wow, quick net tonight. Maybe everyone's watching the board meeting on Zoom. I don't know, we'll see. But it was great to hear everyone this evening, and hope you all have a great finish to your week, and hope to check out Scott's run the net, Aries net tomorrow night. I'll be same time, 7 p.m. on the back on the MRA. So if I remember, we'll definitely call out and join you out there for that. And hope to hear you, meaning all of you, on these repeaters throughout the weekend.